Arechavaleta is surrounded by beautiful landscape and rich fauna, starting from rivers to lakes, mountains, from the tiniest insect to a giant cow. But Arechavaleta is mostly known for its marvelous reservoir, Urkulu Urtegia. We could divide Urkulu in two parts, the incredible mountains that surround it and the reservoir itself. In the area of the Bagoyena, there are plenty of mountains, and those can be seen from the lake. For instance, Udalait in Arrasate, Kurtebarri in Arechavaleta, Aitzorrotz in Escoriaza, Muru in Arrasate, and Boto in Biscay. This last mountain has a very special meaning regarding the Basque country's mythology. According to it, Mari has 5 official mountains where she lives, but the most important one is, with no doubt, Amboto. Mari is the embodiment of Mother Nature and the mother of the sun and the moon.
Leaving this aside, let's start with Urkulu. Before it was constructed by the town hall, in that location local people used to live on their farms. The community of Arechavaleta decided to make that a reservoir. The farmers had to leave their houses behind and start finding another. These houses were later demolished and some of the ruins are still underwater. Nonetheless, this was able to develop the fauna and flora of the area, creating new habitats for new species. Let's start with fauna. A total of 99 species of birds breed in Urkulu and its surroundings, including the great crested grebe, a catalogue species whose only proven breeding point in Guipúzcoa is Urkulu Reservoir. Urkulu is mainly made up of the usual birds of prey of the mountains of northern Spain, for example the griffon vulture, the booted eagle, or the peregrine falcon. Also noteworthy is the year-round presence of the imposing grey herons. Look, can you see it? That is a Platalea leucorodia, a large bird that reaches up to a meter in length. A real jewel, the kingfisher. When it hangs in the air, it looks like a hummingbird. Its daily food is small fish, which it hunts with great skill. Nevertheless, there are also common ducks swimming in the lake, and people like to feed them.
In this area, there are some amphibian species. The most common is the leggy frog, also known as the Iberian frog. The Iberian frog can grow to about 7 centimeters in length, but a more normal size is 5 centimeters. Females tend to be larger than males. The color is very variable, being mainly olive, reddish, or grayish-brown, sometimes with darker markings. The common frog, as the name suggests, is the most common and widespread amphibian. They are usually found around ponds or lakes or other small areas of water. As for mammals, there are wild boars, marten, and wild cats. Apart from that, fields full of cows, sheep, and horses owned by the farmer who live near Urkulu can be seen. You can find these animals on the way up and in the first quarter of the world.
We cannot forget about the reptiles. Animals are essential for the ecosystem, even though they are not liked by many. There it goes, webbing into the grass. They are called Podarcis muralis, better known as the common wall lizard. This is a slender reptile with a long whip-like tail. Its body can be reached 7.5 centimeters, not including the tail. It presents great variety in its colorations. You can see her running nimbly and taking small jumps over piles of rocks and stone walls. It occupies a great variety of habitats, from human constructions to the city's blocks, but it likes open and very sunny places.
It's March, it's the fishing season. Even though in Urkulu fishing is not abundant, people is still like going to try luck. The Bathwater Agency in 2010 mentioned the presence of black bass, common carp, royal carp, capin, common trout, percasol, bleak, and sawmill. The biomass is composed mainly of bleak, of little interest to the sport fisherman. Trout has always been fished in Urkulu, being one of its main attractions. Its competitor, the black bass, is present along the reservoir. Here it is one of the few places in Gipuzkoa where it can be fished.
Can you see that little insect over there? Yes, that one, the one who has black or reddish-brown elongated body. The head is black. It has elbow-black antennae as well as the legs. In the male there are large, reddish-brown mandibles that are arranged like antlers, thus giving the common name to this species, stag beetle.
Now, let's move on the flora. Urkulu, apart from being bordered by mountains, is also surrounded by lots of plants and leafy trees. The pine tree is the most common tree in the area due to the climatic conditions. Urkulu is also filled with oask from the beech family and hollies of the Aquifoliaceae family and the only living genus in it.
Other trees that we can see while having a relaxing and life-changing walk through Urkulu are eucalyptus, a genus of the flowering trees from the myrtle family, beech, a genus of the citrus trees of the Fagaceae family, native to temperate Europe, Asia, and North America, and walnut tree, a genus of the family of D.WildLife. Arechabeleta enjoys a great variety of animal species and trees that you can find while having a walk or reading a breathtaking book in the broad green fields. And of course, appreciating the silence and fresh air. However, if you are an active person, you can ride a horse, go fishing, or climb a mountain and see the landscape. And if you are an adrenaline junkie, there is the possibility of going to the biggest mountain and fly paragliding or go rock climbing. You can't miss Urkulu. Come and have a life-changing experience. Thank you.